Jeez Louise. And actually, Night Settler, you mentioning dying to a unique did make me think of the fact that it's been too long since I died to Sigmund. I'm so used to him being the be-all end-all of early game uniques, but I feel like I haven't actually died to Sigmund in a long time. It's almost almost like his reputation has pushed it to the point where now I take absolutely no risks when I see him whatsoever. And that alone has made it way more survivable than most experiences for me, just because I'm normally quite risk heavy in my playstyle, to say the least, especially in the early stages of the game. If I wasn't playing on camera or I'm not streaking or anything like that, large chance that I'm just going to throw myself at any early encounter and just, if I die, who cares? Be the next one, which is not great. I should probably carry a little bit more respect for all my characters here. Try and, you know, let them live a long, healthy life. They deserve it. Rude of me to hold them back from doing so. But Sigmund did get buffed in 0.27. I actually love that. Indirect due to the monster attack delays, which is true, yeah. Yes, with his scythe. Especially if he has a good brand on it, I can see that becoming a nightmare real quick. Speaking of nightmares, let's not take too much damage as I walk away like a fool. Instead, at least bring out one little summon here. Why not? That's not too shabby. Excuse me, Firewing, could you please go attack? There we go. Thank you, friend. And, ooh, this is a good opportunity. Spriggan's Knife. It's been too long. Love it. I really need more consistent summons, and then I could be using the Spriggan's Knife just constantly on each one of these encounters, because it's so satisfying when we do manage to pull it off. Yeah, twice as effective with the attack speed. That definitely sounds frightening in its own right. Or at least potentially so. Also just realized that I have over 1,000 stones on my backpack, so Waff may be small, but he is one tough son of a gun, the strongest halfling that ever lived. Ooh, jeez. Don't do that. I think I still make it to the stairs in one piece as long as I don't get badly blinked again. Gotta love it. Let's do a quick check here, shall we? So Bolt of Cold. I do at least have one pip. That's good. Glad I have that ring on. Still, I guess, 27. Yeah, only like 40. You, Quicksilver Bolt. Ooh, that's scarier. And you're the only ones that are really, truly dangerous. Just trying to keep a good mental tabulation of how much damage I could possibly take in a single turn here. Very important, of course. Do have 2 Blinking Scrolls. We also, let's see, have a Fear Scroll that will probably do nothing for us. Good to note, good to note. Well, it's not exactly a horde of enemies, but I could Condenser Vein just to kind of take a bit of a deep breath, open up the situation a little bit for myself, depending, of course, on what kind of clouds we get. I was thinking of just reading a Telly Scroll and getting the heck out of here, but that's where the mental calculus of how much damage we were taking every turn was starting to come into effect. So, I could also file Floods, the Draconian, but that's a natural ability, so maybe not. Your tournament characters have been Hill Orc, Minotaur, and Troll, so seeing you with 87 HP is fun. Living vicariously through my halfling. Love it. Cold. Oh, cold is actually good. Slows the Draconians. I should probably fix that 87 health though, eh? Make my life a wee bit easier. And in fact, I'll do so with the Potion Petition. I was hoping for a Heal Wounds and a Curing combo. That's always fun. Wow, we just barely managed to make positive numbers there. But I'm actually alright with this. Now, do I actually run? comes the question of the day here. Potentially not, but I need to deal with you right away. So, we blow you up. Love to see it. And in fact, I'm probably going to do another Ice Blast right off the bat here, just to assure that we get hits without having to worry about even a 5% chance of missing there. Perfect. Love to see it. Managed to get out in one piece there. Always important to take our time, slow things down when things get quick, as it were. Not too shabby. There we go. The gateway to the realm itself. Which does mean we're just about at the stage here where we are going to have to more seriously consider our third rune options. I'm very tempted to just go Abyss though. Especially, we have so many stones that I'm probably just gonna sling those off left and right and not worry too much about picking them up after ourselves. Hello, Frederick. Really just running into all the fun on this level. Well, let us probably potion petition off the start here. We have tons of money and I wouldn't mind just getting haste naturally there. I know we have 8 haste potions. Might seem a little bit ridiculous, but all comes in handy in terms of saving our lives in the future. Let's do that. With haste, we're attacking every point too, so we're getting like 5 attacks per turn. Do love to see that. No problem. Even with a buddy as great as Frederick, managed to get through in one piece. Love to see it. And onwards we go. Wow, just about through and through. In fact, there we go. Not too bad. Take another sip of the drink to celebrate. And, right, we did pick up a brand weapon scroll that I didn't put to use. And so now once more into the breach of having to make decisions. What fun. Maybe this time I will switch off the Spectral Quickblade. I've been enjoying it a whole lot, don't get me wrong. It's fun to try out something new, seeing as how, for whatever reason, that brand has just never shown up for me. At least not on a weapon I've used. A couple times. I've seen it at the very least. But I'm feeling good about this one. Nothing but a lek, right? Not quite. And in fact, cold is something that I don't love going into the final section of the game. I guess not bad against orbs of fire, so there is that. But otherwise a whole lot of undead enemies that aren't gonna care about me tickling them with a little bit of frostbite, you know what I mean? So hopefully another brand weapon scroll, but if not, should be okay in the long run. So it's time to go somewhere. We should, for consistency, we probably should go like through Elf. Make sure that that's all under control. There's probably good loot there, but we're in a decent spot here, and I think we have all the tools necessary for getting through to the end. So instead, let's just do a quick trip up to the orc shops that we left behind here. Grab all of the acid wand charges that we could possibly desire. Love to see it, love to see it, love to see it. Basically chunk change at this point, or chump change as it were. And let's maybe do another find just to make sure there wasn't anything else in the shop here that I convinced myself that, oh, we don't need to mark it, we'll probably notice later when we come back. Doesn't look like I'm missing out on too much. Enchant armor, I guess we have 13. Probably don't need more. In fact, let's just maximally enchant the kite shield, shall we? Oh, it can only go up to 5. Oh, that's fun. Guess it's nice and simple. Just pop a couple more on there, bring our shielding up to a nice level, and then let us go to the Abyss, I think. It's been a little bit since I went to Abyss for my last rune there. So I think the best way to do this is I can find Abyss. Perfect. It's too chaotic even to show up on the Shift G go menu or Control G. I actually don't know. What is it? Shift G. Perfect. That's become such muscle memory now that I don't even think about what I'm pressing with my pinky. But here we go. Switch to the Fusbow, switch to stones for the time being, because I'll just be slinging them left and right without regard to how many we hold on to. And then we can drop the Polymorph Wand, drop the Potions of Flight. That should be good. Always drop something in the Abyss, if need be. And off we go. Perfect. I'd like to just dive as quickly as possible down to A3 here. In fact, I shouldn't even auto-explore because I don't care too much about recovering any of these bullets. I'm mostly just trying to take care of monsters before they get the opportunity to harm us whatsoever. Oops, let's not rampage with that. Let's rampage with this. Perfect. Here to switch off between weapons, I guess, consistently here. And you know what? I might just go back to auto-exploring. Too lazy to go through the Abyss. I feel like that's why I often choose not to take this route. Even the tiniest bit of active effort is too much, you know? Okay, let's hope we don't get temporarily mutated with anything too nasty. Fortunately, we are a halfling, so this is one of the places where we truly shine. In fact, I probably should have switched to sling bullets for taking out the wretched star. I kind of forget about that. But all good. Keep removing. Hello. Can't help but walk over to the Gozag altar. You see Gozag, you go Gozag. You know what I mean? Weird catchphrase that I've decided to add into my vocabulary just in the last hour here. Apparently you know what I mean. New thing now. Never said that before in my life. You know what I mean? It's versatile. Not horrible. Don't hate it. And again, I could have fit it onto the end of the sentence. Maybe it's too versatile. In fact, I think that I've known a couple of friends in the past that have just appended that to the end of every single sentence. Just need to decide if those are friends that I want to emulate or if they're friends that I want to stay far, far away from exhibiting the similar behavior to. Okie dokie. We are down in A3 now, which does mean could stumble upon the rune at any given moment. Ideally sooner rather than later. This is another one of those things where I feel like I played in a different way than popular consensus is. Just in terms of, I used to always dive straight down to A5, being like, oh, there's a greater chance of the rune showing up. Why wouldn't you? And then I learned at a later date that most people, I think, avoid doing so because the monster density and makeup by the time you get down to A5 can be a disgustingly frightening thing. Maybe something to keep aware of at the very least. The Coxic, are you coming? There we go. Slightly less scary on a halfling than usual, seeing as how we can hopefully resist most of the really bad mutations. And we always do have 4 potions to fall back on if we do need to get rid of anything too scary, which is great. A5 can easily get out of control. Yeah, exactly. That's something that I was not even aware of to start out. In my simple brain when I first started playing, it was always just go straight down. So that was a very good thing I learned, or to learn, I feel. I do think that it increased my success rate in the Abyss here by a decent amount, just changing that one small thing. Even though you can kind of make anything work in this game. Hey! So these are the tiles we're looking for that indicate Rune Vault. Now, game, I will be very upset if you teleport me away. I'm telling you that now, DCSS. Don't you betray me, you son of a gun. Hopefully. Hopefully not. longer we have to fight our way through the masses here, the greater chance there is that I'm just going to get yanked out of this environment completely. So ideally, we'd be shredding through these bad boys a little bit faster. I mean, I'm forgetting again, I think, to take into account just how often we're attacking every turn, because that always is relevant to how long it feels like a fight goes on for. It can often feel like you're truly just dragging on. You. Oh, man. So, like I said, we found the rune vault, which was sweet. Unfortunately, wasn't meant to be, but alas, onwards we go. Won't be the first time, won't be the last time. And at the end of the day, we're still pretty much at full health, which is pretty incredible. Not every character makes it to this stage of the Abyss at full health, especially if I'm going for a 15 rune game and you're playing on like a blaster caster that is in no way built for this kind of prolonged fight style. In fact, I have a demon spawn that is still in the limbo of 0.25, I believe, that had so many issues the first few times going into the Abyss. It eventually got to the point where I was able to push through with some fortunate item changes to my makeup, but in general, it can be really tough. Definitely. Man, getting surrounded, eh? This is where if I get the chance to, get out of here, I will. Just take a big step back, not have to be concerned about it, and could always heal, and I can get back to A3 just fine. It's not too much of a loss or anything like that. But let's hop in this corner here. Dang it, not great. I'm willing to burn a lot of health potions while I wait for this telly to take place, though. At a certain mass amount of Star Cursed, I am just more than happy to just get out of here. Wow, this teleport is taking a long time. With our haste, I guess. That makes sense. Okay. Out of that, I don't... The issue is the Hellhogs are loud as all get up. Immediately, as soon as they start firing off those shots, see that noise level just zip up immediately. That's what's probably causing us more troubles than anything else. In fact, I'm going to read a telly right away. Can always read another teleport scroll if we want to reverse the effect. We ran into the vault, or the rune vault, for example. In fact, we're not getting a lot of enemies coming this way so far, so maybe we were in the clear. Here's another Hellhog there, of course. Fun stuff. Okay, don't get hasted by that chaos there. Jeez, nothing but Hellhogs, eh? Not the worst enemy for us to be facing, especially with our double Colt-branded weapons. Not the end of the world. Main issue, of course, being the noise. Generally, when I'm in the Abyss, I'm trying to keep a low profile if possible. Yeah, that's a pain. Blizzard Demon is what got us into this situation in the first place in terms of our health total. One of the few resistances that we don't have in a great place is our cold resistance. And the cold brand on our weapons has the opposite effect to the one that I was just mentioning. Spriggan's Knife. Probably not going to change things too much in that regard, I guess. At the end of the day, we should be able to take a Blizzard Demon. Even if it is a wee bit of a nightmare to do so. Just don't stand in the clouds for too long. We'll be okay. Chip in a chair, we'll be okay. Oops, let's not go chasing waterfalls. Make sure we stick to the rivers and the lakes we used to, but also to the nice thin corridors where we're not in quite as much danger. And there we go. We finally recovered from the nastiness almost back up to full health. So I'm glad that we didn't end up taking that teleport opportunity. But on the other hand, I'd love to see a Rune Vault game. Would be real nice. Oops. Calling attention to us from every which way. Classic. But thanks to the gold distraction, we were also able to get rid of some of the critters that were following us. And there we go. We were able to divert our liches, or the liches, Orb of Destruction into our enemies, which you always love to see. I think Orb of Destruction is probably one of my favorite spells in the game, just for the kind of immersive silliness that can come out of using it like that. It's so fun. Especially like when you get that perfect inertia orb that just circles your character infinitely. So cool. More games need silly mechanics like that. Oh my gosh, Nats, I do love that you have the Orb of Destruction as an emote. That's absolutely fantastic. Jeez Louise, okay. Well, this is kind of the ideal situation to be in when you're getting absolutely surrounded by monsters, because at any point here, we could just pop over to this gate, get the heck out of here. In fact, I'm gonna, turn the corner just to get more Starcursed masses out of our line of sight. But geez Louise. Game definitely has it out for us in a minor regard here, especially orange brains. Oops. Any summoners I like to take care of as quickly as possible here, so I don't mind using some of our piercing effects just to save us some trouble in that regard. And Starcursed masses suck, don't they? So scary every time. I guess that's one monster that Demon Spawn character I was mentioning earlier. Starcursed masses were the one thing that they were comfortable fighting, and it was because of Sticky Flame. Sticky Flame is incredible against those buddies. There's a few things that will take advantage of the splitting nature of the Starcursed mass, because as they reform and resplit, that Sticky Flame effect stays on all of them. So it's actually super awesome, and you can just deal consistent damage across the whole horde instead of having to constantly switch targets and deal with them one at a time like that. Hello, Ghost Moth. On another day in another lifetime, you'd be an absolute nightmare to deal with. But fortunately, one of the few games where we have See Invisible on at all times. You'll love to see it. In more ways than one. Ouch. Don't blink me, please. I did not give you permission to blink. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's see here. Scrolls are now harder to read. And we're yelling, which is not fantastic. Jeez, okay. I am wasting far too many turns not doing anything about this wretched star. Minus 20% HP. Fantastic. Love it. No complaints whatsoever. Let's just keep going with those piercing attacks, please and thank you. Perfect. And then I'm hoping to get enough experience out of this encounter alone to maybe get rid of some of the worst of those temporary mutations. I guess being a halfling doesn't protect us against temporary mutations, which makes sense in its own regard. Jeez, I was pressing the wrong button there. Embarrassing. Ooh, and that's a Deva or something up there. And another Starcursed mass. Oh my gosh. Need more AoE, you know? Or smaller corridors work, actually. We can limit the number of masses that can split off of the one. Perfect. Jeez, just piling up the gold. Corpses of our enemies, just building mountainous dragon horde level treasure piles surrounding our character. Here's where we have to make a bit of a decision. Could just hightail out of here, just to head back in. It's not a bad idea. We're in a bit of a rough spot right now. In fact, I think I've convinced myself. We can just pop out, heal up real quick. We weren't in sight of the orb at all, and we should have no problems getting down to at least that level of the abyss once more here. Besides, maybe we'll make a crap ton of gold on the way, you know? Ooh, a lich kind of changes things. That's a little bit scarier than I'd like to see on A1 normally. Yes, even a very ugly thing isn't the best enemy to run into at this stage. So many very ugly things, holy crap. Please get out of my life. And we'll lock ourselves away, entomb ourselves in the walls here. Oh jeez. Entombed ourselves in the walls to a much greater degree than I was anticipating. What the heck? This is a much harder A1 than we are used to. Don't love seeing a Hell Sentinel, that's for sure. I think we're going to read a teleport right away. And then I'm kind of going to dance around the issue here, just trying to use the walls to stay out of sight of the Hell Sentinel. As long as that damnation isn't coming anywhere near me, I'm a happy camper. Perfect. Oh my gosh. Get out of my head. Wretched stars. Son of a gun. And our first real torment enemy there. Holy crap. We were truly lucky in our first delve into the abyss, or truly unlucky in this delve into the abyss. Only time will tell. I'm hoping that it was the latter, because that way we can at least stop being so unlucky and maybe come out of this in a better place. Starker's masses suck so much. There we go. Slowly but surely make our way through the hordes. Maybe I should stop trying to rest to heal whatsoever and just keep it going here. Another Starker's mass. Oh me, oh my. Gonna use up all my teleport scrolls here in the abyss, but we can do the line of sight dancing game, and in fact, screw that. Let's just reset, shall we? That's much nicer. Especially considering the fact that we immediately teleported away. It's like I almost planned for that escape. We'll try this again, shall we? I would like to get through this in a decent amount of time here. Didn't expect it to take so long, especially when we were so close. We were within reach of the rune for a moment back there. Oh geez, don't. Whatever. I embrace the chaos is what I was saying to myself there, but immediately get paralyzed. Oof. Not great. Not fantastic. Chaos crabs are always so fun. It is nice being fast though, don't get me wrong. And there we go, the Deva that we managed to just barely skirt to avoid last time. No longer quite the case. We should be in an okay spot to just take them on. Especially considering the fact that we are still fast from the Chaos Clouds, so I guess big thanks to the Apocalypse Crab. Did us a real solid there in the end. In fact, it continues to do us a solid as I just completely ignore this large abomination and sprint my way through the abyss. Hello, Green Death. Not too bad. Okie dokie. Don't like that. Come on. I want to net the Lich. Should have switched to the Spriggan's Knife immediately. Oh well, still worked out for us in the long run there. Especially considering the fact that we just wanted to finish that fight before getting tormented whatsoever. Torment is always a pain in the butt, but especially so when you are in the abyss here and trying our very best to retain a half-decent health total. Starcurse masses, if you could stop being a pain in the butt. Oh my gosh. Constantly cocking out. Hey, Peacock, how's it going? Has been a while. Happy to see you again. Hope you've been well in the weeks or months. Fortunately, you didn't miss too much. You gotta get past all of the painful Halfling runs, and hopefully are just popping in perfect time to see us get through in one piece. Even though this abyss is trying its very best to prove that to not be the case. Most tempted to teleport out of here, but should be able to fight a elephant, maybe? No, there's no reason, right? I'm gonna read one more tele scroll. Using the thrashing whore as a bit of a body blocker for the most part from the elephant. And just, oh geez, hello. Where did that elephant come from? Jeez Louise. We went from having too easy of a time in the abyss to swinging to the extreme here. Ideally, I just find a passage down, please. That's all I wish for. That's all I want. Just one ticket to Abyss 3, please. Gateway leading out appears. I've completely cursed ourselves to only ever get exits to the Abyss and no entrances. The Halfling was your second ever winning character. It hurts to see them go. Oh, that is, yeah, quite sad, but you'll always have the memory of your second win. Besides, I will say that the replacement species, Jinn, or Genies, super fun. So it sucks that we have to say goodbye to an old friend, but at least the new one is quite awesome. Really fun mechanic. And the beauty that I've always really appreciated about the game in general is the fact that all the versions are available. So whenever I'm feeling nostalgic for an old mechanic, for example, if I just want to like cheese the game out and not have to worry about the Zot clock whatsoever, I can always just go back to 0.25, which is awesome. I even make a point of keeping a couple local copies around on my computer of like my favorite versions, just in case I ever get the inkling or the urge to return to it. Jeez Louise, I need to take care of this world binder here, where the summons get out of control. Didn't like Hobbit's gameplay-wise, just nostalgia speaking. Definitely, yeah, I completely understand that. Nostalgia is worth a decent amount in that regard. But of course, the game must move ever onwards. And at the end of the day, it's always going forward in some respect or improving in some way. So that's all that truly matters. Okay, I'm just going to start running around and not fighting things anymore. At least until it gets me killed or near death. Because I really just need a single gateway downwards. Please, game. You're making me look bad in front of my friends. Please. Apocrypha, fun. Classic. Back myself into a corner. You love to see it. At least we did manage to get back to full health just in our escape journey there. I guess if we have enough gold kind of ambiently on the ground, we do get fortunate enough to be able to run away from almost any encounter, if need be. And gateway leading down. Oh my gosh. Thank you, game. Thank you. I was dying out here. Still need another one, of course, so if I didn't abuse all your generosity, RNG gods, I would really appreciate. Another downwards gate, please, Liz. In fact, I was gonna just use stones down here for the most part, so I didn't have to worry about picking them up, but I have 500 sling bullets. I could probably just start flinging those buddies around, hey? There we go, not too shabby. Okay, Okay, any weak enemies definitely don't deserve the time of day. Nice. Okay, we managed to resist that mutation. You love to see it. Yeah, now we'll just quickly fight through the masses. This is at least a much more appropriate difficulty level for the Abyss floor that we're on, which is always nice. Nice that we're not seeing constant bone dragons and liches everywhere we go. Don't corrode me, please. Perfect. Always one of the scariest effects for me, because I've died far too many times to a bad series of corrosions. There we go. Okay. We can do this. We can do this. Please, give me a vault. Rune vault. I shouldn't hang out in the chaos cloud here, but I believe. Okay. Definitely shouldn't have hung out in the chaos cloud. At least the haste effect we got from the chaos cloud does counteract the slow we got from running out of haste. What be? Oh, a collapsed entrance. Huh. That's cool. Also, I love finding closed shops down in the Abyss. That's always great. But come on, game. We can do it. Rune Vault. Hopefully we don't get teleported away from it this time. That would be lovely. Could always just go for the Rune Ninja, instead of worrying quite so much about the fight towards the rune itself. You know, yeah, can bring you buddies to me and we'll finish off this small batch of baddies before we drag ourselves too much further. Okay, nothing too bad in terms of temporary mutations. I'll take that. We're just on the lookout for those fancy green squares. Come on, buddy. We can do it. I believe. Fights, again, just seeming to take eternity when really it's just the sheer number of stabs that we're getting in for the most part. With a small dosing of weak base damage weapon, of course. Don't get me wrong. But let's keep it moving here. As long as nothing too scary is chasing us, I'm willing to risk it a wee bit. Just for my own sanity here. After this long of searching, though, I almost don't mind if we get pulled into another section of the Abyss at this instant. Would be kind of cool, even. Giving big, obvious winks to the game there. Oh no, I thought that we had a deal. I bribed the RNG of the game to do me a solid here, and yet they monkey's pawed me. Instead of, they did give me the rune right away, and then they teleported me away from it. Should have seen it coming. Never make a deal with the RNG gods. Okay, Starker's masses suck so hard. Ooh, a bunch of friends teleporting in is not great as well, especially when we're trying our best to get rid of all these dang multipliers. Sons of guns. Every time you take one out, another two spring into its place. Even though I feel like the Guardian Serpent there might have actually done me a solid. So I think the Guardian Serpent brought the Star-Cursed masses from the top left into me, so I didn't have to chase them down, so that's awesome. I'll take that. But come on, game. We can do it. Nothing but rune vaults. Oh my gosh. Every time I turn a corner, I'm hoping against hope that will be it. The Abyss might have been the wrong decision in the end. Here I thought I was being clever for once. Playing on a more appropriate third rune, or using a more appropriate third rune for the character that we had. Any day now. I feel like there's my game, or my mind is just in an infinite loop. Just find rune, find rune. I normally pride myself so much on my commentary and my ability to come up with random crap to talk about, but here we are. Okay, there is gateway out. We could, in fact, just pivot hard. Head for slime would probably be the next go-to. But I'm happy to give the game one more chance, one more opportunity to bring me the satisfaction that I so desire here. Okay, don't mutate me too much. It's just dopey. No problem whatsoever. Oh, I didn't notice that we had this actual mutation on us as well. Huh, something slipped through our innate ability to resist, eh? Such a shame, too bad. But onwards and upwards. Vision blurs. That is not good. So that immediately gives me the urge to chug some mutation. Heck yeah, bud. Got rid of all the bad ones. No bad ones in to replace them. I'll take it. And even picking up a net, that's a net positive if you ask me. I apologize, but not really. You know I love it. And come on, please. Just kill the Lich. Jeez Louise. One day, we'll find the rune vault. In fact, we're just gaining so many resources here. If I was Abyss Scumming, I'd be a happy camper, because Scroll of Summoning, a bunch of Heal Wounds potions that we've been picking up in our trip down here. Like, it's great, don't get me wrong, but it's not what we're looking for in life. Also should be a wee bit more cautious of when I double tap my movement keys like that. Who knows what's gonna pop out of the smoke in the abyss here. Anything special? Jeez, Nekoxek, not great, but I think we got through without any mutations, or without any further mutations as it were. Let's just keep going. Never stopping to heal. We never stop, never rest. And yet, still no rune. Oh my gosh. Star Curse meth. Or not the Star Curse this time. Wretched Star instead. Sorry, mixing up all my crappy star-based monsters, of course. Still, regardless, even if you don't know what they're called, you do know that they suck. Something fierce. Not a fantastic situation to find ourselves in. Do we have any really bad abilities? We're not regenerating. Could deteriorate. Scrolls take us longer to reach. I'm gonna, yeah. Getting a teleport started. Oh wait, oh dang it, the star was next to me and I wasted opportunity. Let's use acid. Maybe we should have done so earlier. Wait, are you resistant to that? No, you're not. I just missed like a fool. Don't love using up all my acid charges to take out that bad boy, but it is what it is, I guess. And now I have to make a new decision, actually. Do I cancel my teleport? I think I do. Oh, wait, right, through vision. Oh, and it was too late anyway. Oh, no. No, I wasted it. I guess I probably should have just let that one take effect, now that I think about it for a moment. Would have given us a bit of potentially free heals in a sense. But, too late now. We already canceled it, and so we must continue onwards. Jeez Louise. So maybe switch to our Priest Palace for a bit here, see if that improves anything, changes anything whatsoever. Maybe, maybe not. It at least speeds up the process in which I can just blast through enemies here. Which might be good, might be bad. Depends on how much I endanger my own life due to reckless speed. But should get us through here in slightly better shape than we were. Another wretched star. Fun stuff. We're just constantly flowing in and out of these temporary mutations. Oh, and a lich as well. Never a dull moment. Let's maybe take you on a merry chase, getting away from that star-cursed mass. We at least no longer have blurry vision, and that is a huge bonus. But we are in a horrible spot here. Just trying to fight my way out of one corner so that I can potentially take slightly fewer hits on each and every turn, or potential hits as it were. If I see a rune vault while I'm on full retreat mode, you know I'm going to be unhappy about it. But fortunately, not quite so karmically cursed as that. And maybe, just maybe... Rune vault, please. Really, as long as we're not facing anything too frightening or too many wretched stars, should be in an okay place. Now that we've finally gone back to stability at the very least, or stability, I guess is the actual way to pronounce that. Oh, geez. Nope. No matter what, we go for the star-cursed masses. I'm so done with them. Let the Raiju do as they will. Just can't keep up with the multiplying nature of these bad boys. And now I have no choice but to switch targets. Oh me oh my. What a world we live in. Gonna go for a potion petition here. Maybe I'll go for, yeah, haste and resistance. Should be a nice general boon. And then I'm gonna try and just stay out of sightline of the star-cursed masses until teleport takes effect. Oh man, what a stressful journey this has been. No? Don't get me wrong, it is an adventure of sorts, just not the type of adventure I was hoping to take myself on. Make sure we take out the wretched star here. Should be okay with the Earth Elemental just slugging away at us. It's a bit more tenable than the temporary mutations. Jeez Louise. Still in the danger zone. Can't even tab our way through these fights. But okay, let's at least draw the enemy's chest a little bit here. Golden eyes, please don't do your thing. I know it's a tiny chance, but especially with a horde of you around, that is still a chance of it happening. Jesus. There we go. Look at that. We even managed to heal enough throughout the course of the fight to just get into the tab, or back into the tab machine. Jeez. If we keep heading one way, will we do better? Come on, wretched star. Please just hit it. 77% chance to hit. I need it. Oh geez, so many mutations coming in. All temporary, of course, but that's not great. Especially when the wretched star switches to, or forces themselves back right as we switch our weapons. Fun stuff.